Citizens of the Reject Nation, it is time for She-Hulk Episode 8 today. Listen, I have to get this off my chest. This is not a joke. Many of you guys have been a long-time follower will know, like, my favorite beanie has always been that Daredevil beanie. I have spent the better part of the last hour scouring this entire place. They started helping out. I have no idea where it is, and I have dreamt of the moment where Daredevil finally returns, and I could be wearing my favorite beanie to my favorite Marvel character, and I have no clue where it is, and now I have to just let it all go. Because it doesn't really matter because it's just a beanie. But I feel like there's some of you who will understand the stress and pain it's causing me right now in this very moment. But by the time we start, it's going to be all good. That's how you start a video off positive, guys.
That's right.
That's how you
And
do
we
it.
are here for
We're
you.
just receiving this data. What if Wolverine shows up today?
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I'll flip this beanie around. Hey, Guffall Coy on TikTok for 15-second, 30-second, 3-minute videos. Leave a like. That's all I ask. It's the one thing that'll cheer me up in this moment right now. Not even Matt Murdock showing up in S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to make that better.
He's going to show up in your beanie, and you're just going to scream in pain.
Sweating so much. I've been pacing everywhere. Full-length reaction watch-alongs where you sync up with your own copy of She-Hulk available for super sexy rejects at our Patreon page. Team Prepper, thank you for helping us set this down. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
So ready.
Glad you guys are all
ready?
DD'd. This is so painful. You have no idea.
Previously on my show.
It's as if they know.
Online research tells me OLED is better for color resolution and picture quality. Funny enough, I actually read the option.
Hey, your boy.
There he
Might be
is.
closed, but you forgot about the guard frog.
Guard frog.
The leapfrog.
I think it's his name.
My name is Leapfrog. I'm just acting like I'm the guard frog in this particular instance. Twisting toe jam! Although I was outnumbered, I could tell that they were afraid of me. So, in order to de-escalate the situation, I shouted my signature catchphrase, "Time to rip it and rip it!"
Nicely done.
No.
And the next thing I know, my inflammable suit with a 900-degree threshold is on fire.
Oh, no.
I do believe you are owed compensatory damages.
Yeah! Woo!
What is the name of the manufacturer?
Luke Jacobson.
Woo!
Jennifer, do not rush me. I told you your dress will not be ready until Friday. You want to look good for your lawyer award, right?
Lawyer award.
Skin looks better this episode.
I do not make suits that malfunction. My work speaks for itself. Oh, excuse me. What did you say? She-Hulk will never get another suit by Luke Jacobson ever again?
Oh, hey, I prepaid for that.
Then you shouldn't have betrayed me, you greasy old buffalo. You are blocked.
Oh, my God.
See you in court.
Goodbye, tragedy.
No.
You are presently without counsel. Are you representing yourself?
Representing himself?
This is gonna be bad.
Of course I'm not representing myself, Your Honor. I'm not a fool.
Then where is your counsel?
I'm here. Sorry I'm late.
No problem.
As a first point of order, I'd like to ask that the opposing counsel's motion to compel production of the defendant's client list be rejected, as it's not relevant to the litigation.
Who's this asshole?
I believe Miss Walters will find that Mr. Jacobson's record as it pertains to customer satisfaction to be spotless.
Oh, if the defendant has nothing to hide, then why not hear from his
I would
clients?
say that's a gross invasion of people's privacy based on a very shaky what if.
What if?
I love that he's protecting his. Yes.
There is no inherent right to privacy when employing Mr. Jacobson's tailoring services.
But we're not just talking about a product here. The very nature of Mr. Jacobson's line of work, making suits exclusively for superheroes, necessitates anonymity. May I remind you that the Sokovia Accords have been repealed.
Oh, my God. He said Sokovia Accords.
Not only would it ruin my client's career, it could put a lot of people in a lot of danger. and all over one man's misuse of a suit.
I'm in agreement with Mr. Murdock. Motion to compel discovery is denied.
Nicely done.
So how am I supposed to wear this?
Mr. Patilio, what kind of fuel did you use in your boosters?
Jet fuel. Wait a minute. That's not what my instructions said.
What? No, I didn't.
He's lying. Don't ask me how I know, I just know.
If the plaintiff ignored the manufacturer's explicit instructions, then the defendant is absolved of all liability. I'm dismissing this case.
Am I gonna go to jail?
No, but I would like you to.
And they gave the best courtroom scene to Matt Murdock.
On her
Bet
lawyer
your ass
show,
they
Matt
did.
did lawyering.
An appletini? Cute.
Mind if I join you?
Sure.
Oh, I hope this happens.
Ship them.
Ship him so hard. See that she-devil.
What's your story, Matt Murdock? You're from New York, but you flew all the way out here for a product liability case?
Luke Jacobson made a couple of new suits for me, so I owed him one.
Doesn't really look like it.
It's a low blow insulting a blind man's clothes. Well, I run my practice in Hell's Kitchen, and we mostly do pro bono work. But I do on occasion take a job with a bigger client when the bills start piling up. The them part.
Wow. Secret double lives of Matt Murdock. How does he do it?
Jen Walters can use the law to help people when society fails them. And She-Hulk can help people when the law fails them.
The best of both worlds.
Dude,
Excuse me for a moment.
he's doing so good.
I know. Got chills.
We're all feeling this, right? It's not just me.
Go dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Jen, I am so sorry. I have to go. Something has just come up with work.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. Okay.
Jesus.
So I was at an auction. They had an authentic Wakandan war spear. So I, of course, win the auction. A milli. $1 million. So here it is. Check this out. Boom. How cool is that? I mean, I own that now.
Smooth.
No one is collecting African shit on my level. Love Wakanda. You know, I actually studied abroad there.
Really?
Wakanda forever!
Oh, that makes me uncomfortable.
Listen, babe, let's just drop the whole koi thing, because I don't play games, okay? And I can feel it, and I can tell that we're both feeling it.
Oh, no!
Woo-hoo.
Oh, and I'm billing you for the whole hour.
He got off on that.
Now she's gonna go on a date with Daredevil because she's on a date with Matt.
Get that D.
DD.
No, thank God, Miss Walters, it's Leapfrog. Listen, you gotta help me. I think I'm being attacked.
I'm heading to you. We'll meet in the middle.
Come on, Jen.
Do it, Jen.
Use that last
out.
Luke Anderson.
When society doesn't work.
Yeah.
Luke Anderson!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Let's say it.
Yes!
You need to back off.
Whoa.
You made a mistake when you messed with my client. 'Cause now I'm gonna whoop your ass.
My ass remains unwhooped.
Oh my God, he's so much more of a comic book now.
Quip Devil.
Where are you going? We're not done.
You're very persistent, aren't you?
Whoa.
You're very annoying.
That's property damage.
Wow!
Guys.
She's gonna kill Matt.
Come on!
Oh, that would.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jen.
Matt?
Wow.
Immediately.
Wait, do you pretend to be blind, man? Because that is really problematic.
I have a spatial method that I use.
Roger's the music.
See.
Oh, like echolocation.
Yeah.
Morbius.
Leapfrog is the bad guy here. He kidnapped Luke Jacobson. He's holding him hostage.
Why didn't you tell me that before we fought?
Why didn't you ask me before immediately trying to whoop my ass?
Are you like a superhero? Like the Gold Devil?
I'm Daredevil.
This is the music.
Well, it is very daring to use ketchup and mustard as your color scheme.
How about I tell Luke you said that?
Oh.
Well, if you're done making fun, I need to save my client from your client.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
You ever destroyed a parking lot before?
Oh, crap. I'll go leave a note.
Wow.
What's that code? Hope it's first appearance of Daredevil in the yellow suit, which I think was Amazing Spider-Man.
Can't believe this dodo has henchmen.
The henchmen believe in the cause, whereas goons are just there for the paycheck.
Henchmen, goons, whatever.
There are 25 goons in the building. 7 below us, 8 in the front, and 10 in the hallway.
I'm so happy.
Healing power of the devil.
You can hear yours, too. Your heart's beating pretty fast.
Oh, hey.
And your eyes are dilating.
Oh, the green light was so...
And I'm gonna sneak in through the side and take out the goons in the back. Take me 15 seconds to take.
Oh my God.
Trust me, I've done this a million times. Remind me again how many times you've broken into a warehouse full of goons.
Remind me again who has the superpowers here? Oh, I'm pointing at myself.
Oh, yeah. Just let me do my thing.
Yeah, and I will do my thing.
You don't have a thing. You don't ever do this.
Okay, I guess that's pretty cool.
I love this episode so much.
But that doesn't mean I'm cool with being a baby frog.
Wait, I thought you wanted to call us tadpoles.
Yeah, man. How do you not know what a baby frog is?
A hallway fight.
Ooh!
A oneer.
A new well-lit hallway fight.
It won't be a oneer.
A 30 or 40er. Oh.
Hang tight. Backup's on the way.
You ain't no wrecking crew.
Nicely done.
She-Hulk smash.
He's got a frog like.
Frogger.
Hey, what, Miss Walters, what are you doing? You're supposed to be helping me.
I am helping you, stopping you from getting into even more trouble.
The trampoline so we can leap around.
Let me give you some legal advice. Stop now before you rack up even more serious charges. Legally speaking, we could say this is an episode of Mania.
Temporary insanity is murky, but it's not a bad strategy.
Expression due to undiagnosed PTSD.
So the devil ninja guy, he's a lawyer?
I'm just a big fan of legal dramas.
Me too, Jen.
It's sad that you thought that would work.
No shame in retreat. Rip it and rip it.
Yikes.
Well, I suppose we're even now. You're forgiven.
You'll make my gala dress?
Yes, of course, I'm not a monster. Try not to get too bloated between now and then.
Ouch.
Luke Anderson.
I'm so in love with She-Hulk. And Matt Murdock. I'm so bisexually ready for this show.
I know.
Are you gonna give a statement to the cops?
More of a secret identity thing you wouldn't understand.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for your help with all this.
Thanks for your help.
When do you head to New York?
tomorrow.
They have such good chemistry.
No, don't go.
Hey, maybe next time I'm in town, I can take you out to dinner.
Yeah, or maybe we could skip all of that and just.
Hulk smash.
Yeah, She-Hulk smash! Get that D!
Oh, he's still got the outfit on. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's just how you
Get
do it.
after it. Show her that Billy Club. Sensational. Incredible.
Then when she's sleeping, he's going to take a photo of her.
Copy your phone.
Michael Bay.
He is the horniest hero. Naturally.
The walk of shame.
Daredevil gets the MCU comedy treatment.
There's some guy outside dressed in a devil costume, and he's doing the walk of shame because he's. Yeah. Oh, all right, and we're happy? Oh, we're happy.
Goddamn right you are.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta go. You can tell me about it later. We have to do your hair and your makeup. And where is the gown from Luke?
Oh, for the gala? Wait, we're doing the gala? That doesn't feel right. Is next episode the finale? This is the big twist, isn't it? But the question is it the kind of twist that's like,
Is Nikki a
ooh,
Skrull?
there's another Hulk, but this one's red, or like, I'm getting fridged?
We gotta make you look at me.
Ooh.
She is fun.
I don't want to look that good ever.
Educated, accomplished, beautiful, and doing everything regular lawyers do, except backwards and in high heels. This year's Female Lawyer of the Year award goes to Jennifer She-Hulk Walters.
It's her middle name.
Like a wrestling announcer.
Oh my God.
No.
They are all the. Oh, Mallory.
What's it like being a female lawyer?
So special and empowering. I love it.
Twice the work, half the recognition, and you're constantly being asked what it's like being a female lawyer.
I'd actually like to take this time to thank my parents and my friends and my esteemed colleagues without whom I wouldn't be here today.
Do you want to see who She-Hulk really is?
Oh no.
She does not deserve your praise. She does not deserve the power she stole from the Hulk.
Oh my God, can somebody cut this off?
A superhero.
Please? Okay, can we stop this?
And she's a slut.
Stop it.
This is horrifying.
Josh, what did you do?
Whoa, this is very real.
Is she getting revenge porn?
This is like some Carrie shit.
Don't do it.
Oh, that's why. That was the point.
Do it.
Oh, that's what they want.
Oh my God. I have chills everywhere. Oh, you pricks.
Oh.
Whoa. Damn.
Tense fourth wall break.
That was easily the best episode they've done so far.
It's electrifying. Crackled.
I mean, the best last few minutes for sure.
Oh, that was the best episode.
Everything before that, I don't know because I have a feeling I need to rewatch it because I was probably gonna love it regardless. Being totally honest with myself. No, there's a version of this where they could have really messed it up for me.
I was going to say, if it had been flat, it would have been flat.
I would have noticed. Yeah, I definitely like.
Daredevil. Yeah, buddy. Now, when's Pug going to get some Daredevil sneaks?
Ooh, deserved.
One to rock, one to stock.
Intelligencia pulled like a Zemo maneuver.
Yeah.
Just wanted her to expose herself. Like, watch her become a monster. She's not a hero.
And they didn't even bring coffee.
Luke Cage isn't in the show yet.
Yeah. I thought Kingpin would have been like rose-colored glasses, but I was able to see past that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
This was like,
sure.
Yeah, this was like, no, this is good. This is good stuff. He fit right in.
It was so perfect. That's,
It was
Charlie
like
Cox is incredible.
He managed to hold on.
I doubt there's
one. Quiet. Okay, yeah.
What,
let's
Georgia?
Let's
Come on.
continue talking about that.
Give us a moment. Give us a Matt moment.
Right. Well, I mean, for starters, I'm still not over not having my beanie. It's not even a joke. It's not even a goddamn joke.
He's not kidding. It's been a whole.
We've all had a day like that, and have your day.
I remember when the Save the Daredevil camp, we even did a video, and I posted on there, like, you guys see me wearing this beanie all the time. Reason why, he's my favorite character. Oh, man, that beanie. And people, I was telling them that people have always been like, maybe you should replace that beanie. It's looking a little worn out. And I've been like, no, that's part of the charm. It's my beanie. Anyway,
You're
enough
gonna
about my
find it.
beanie. Let's
You're
talk
gonna be
about the
real
Zam
happy.
episode.
Let's just do a
Well,
tour of the house while we continue looking for it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Vlog.
I mean, look, let's just talk about the main thing we got to talk about. Matt Murdock, Daredevil. I thought that he just was so fluid with this. It's the best way I could describe it, because he still felt like the Charlie Cox that we've all come to know and love. They didn't dumb him down or make him like overly comedic. He fit in just so well with the show and the world that is a much more lighthearted tone than that of the Daredevil Netflix series. And he managed to just bring back what we love about Matt Murdock, what we love about his portrayal, but also bring a new breath of life to the character. And I loved how it was like with the fight scenes, but specifically when he's fighting with She-Hulk, because there's parts of it that I do have like very minor nitpicks on that people will think are massive criticisms because you don't dare criticize anything. But I have some minor nitpicks about it. However, I'm talking about like 99.9% of this. I really think that the fight scene with She-Hulk in particular was cool to behold, because I was like, okay, they've like comic booked him up a lot more. I'm assuming this is the clip. That was part of the clip that went out, because I didn't watch. Did you watch? I didn't watch the clip.
I didn't watch the clip, but I saw the San Diego footage.
Well, what was the
sorry, the D23 footage. You know
what was the D23 footage?
The D23 footage was them flirting on the roof. So it was basically from the
the end.
No, it was from the window when she's looking through. We didn't see that it was Leapfrog. So basically her saying it was the henchman goon, and right up until he dove off.
Yeah.
So we got like 2 minutes, and we got a sense of their flirting, but we didn't really see any. And like what the action was spectacular.
Yeah. Now, before Coy monologues for 45 minutes, I missed my beanie. John, why don't you take this away?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think he brings a certain level of grace with him wherever he goes. And I think, somebody mentioned Kingpin during the credits, and I feel like, yeah, if it had been flat or if something had been off in the portrayal, it just wouldn't have crackled the way it did. And I think that this episode, from the second it started, even before Matt shows up, there's just something about the momentum and the energy that felt like everyone was on energy, on the same wavelength, just kind of perfect pitch. And my man Luke Anderson being the nexus point for all of it. Like I do appreciate that. Like, while we haven't gotten necessarily all of the legal explorations we would like it's kind of neat.
Jacobson?
Luke Jacobson, is
Yeah.
it? Oh, man.
Jacobson, isn't it?
Did I just slight my boy Luke Jacobson?
We do have the cast of characters in front of us, though.
Anyway, either way.
Yeah, Jacobson, yeah.
It's fun to catch the glimpse into that side of the superhero life, and the fact that, like Daredevil would just be like, yeah, I got a suit from this designer instead of my regular guy. But yeah, like their chemistry back and forth, and like a reason to really root for her to slip into a tone of Marvel we're not really used to, which is, the more romantic and sexy and sort of sizzling in that regard. Like, yeah, there's just so many wonderful flavors. The action with him was good, and we got some of the most substantial again, like, I always want a little bit more from the legal stuff, and here I'm like, I feel like figuring out if he was using it the right way is probably something you would do before you get to, you know, being in court. But at the same time, like, their whole legal back and forth was quite satisfying, and, you know, it brought, you know, I've always been a champion of the legal sequences in the Daredevil series, so it was nice to get that. And yeah, like, the way that they adjusted him for this world felt like the perfect blend of both. And I've heard people discuss online about, like, you know, Netflix's Daredevil. People love it for a reason. It's a great portrayal, but it's not the only portrayal. And so a lot of people have been really nervous about how is he going to, you know, take to the comedy. And I thought they made him charming, and they gave him a humor that felt very much within character and that suits a lighter tone, but that also was complemented by an episode that had enough stakes and weight by the end of it that it all felt kind of right. So, yeah, I'm a super happy camper.
Are you dying, Coy?
Nope, I was listening.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You dying?
I'm also a good listener, like Daredevil.
Well, okay, we'll take it away. Let's talk about Leapfrog, man.
Right? Leapfrog's the highlight.
Let's talk about
I was here for Leapfrog.
I've been waiting all season for
Guys,
Leapfrog.
I've been like, Leapfrog's coming, and I'm going to hang out and wait for Leapfrog. My guy. You know, I know Daredevil's your favorite. My favorite, Leapfrog. All right, guys.
They delivered. And Coy stressed about his green bean.
The whole time. I am known for my amphibian love. This episode did not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 things for me that I have been wanting. 1, it gave me that early MCU thing where I was very, very excited to see characters that I've always loved interacting. And in this case, I got to see that with Daredevil and She-Hulk. 2, it gave me sensational action in a way that brought those characters to life in the medium of television that can't be done as well in comic books. I really enjoyed the use of her powers. I really enjoyed the use of his powers. It was very cinematic, but it also showed their characterizations, the way she is learning how to fight and the way that Daredevil would be playful, the way that he has a little bit more advanced. They furthered the characters with the action, which is what the MCU can do very well, and it does it especially well in the medium of TV or film because you get the space between the panels. You get a little bit more of a dynamic than just frame-to-frame fighting. 3, it brought in a character I love and made me not only enjoy the future of what he's going to do, but it made me want to go back and rewatch Daredevil. That's what I was hoping this would do. I'm very excited for this new, more comic-y version of Daredevil, but I was really excited to see what they were going to do, and I was curious if it would make me want to invest in those 3 seasons again. It absolutely did. That sound cue is exciting, but it also made me go like, man, this is probably going to be more like the Mark Waid run. This is probably going to be more like the I'm not Daredevil era. This is probably going to be more in that levity, but there's still a lot of elements of brooding and all of those things that I think are going to be really special. 4, it was able to actually give me courtroom things that not only felt like they were fitting for this show, but they felt like they were fitting into what could be the DODC and the greater expansion of what we've gotten with Phase 4. So not only did it enhance what the feelings of Phase 1 were, but it's growing out the show, and the MCU is ever expanding. It is the Big Bang. It is always growing. You need to make sure that your pulse is continuing out in all directions. So while this show has been a very good thematic escalation and a thematic way to expand, it hasn't really felt like it's expanded the greater MCU. This show, whilst doing all those other 3 things, also gave us that taste that I think we're getting from Ms. Marvel that's going to lead into the DODC, mentioned the Sokovia Accords, all those things, and it gave us a moment that I do think is going to lead into Thunderbolts and the things that I said about Ms. Marvel. And 5, it gave us immaculate Easter eggs that felt like they were acknowledging us without being so servicey that it felt like someone was just waiting to make an Easter egg video. We got a Wolverine reference, we got sound cues, we got a Red Hulk reference, we got a lot of things that show the writers are invested into the world of the MCU whilst also making it narratively driven. Did those 5 things. I'm so hard right now.
Yeah.
Surely.
I think you're giving it too much credit. It's fun, fun.
It's fun. It was
Top
fun.
3 Marvel all time.
Did a lot for me.
I know it's changed television landscape forever.
I can bust out some taglines if you want. You guys want some log lines? You want some little back TV quotes?
No. That was beautifully put.
Give me those
man.
5 things.
That was beautifully put.
That was very
beautifully
well.
put.
I saw your shoulders
Very
drop. You're like,
strong.
does he really have 5? Is he gonna make this up on the couch?
Should I get comfortable right now?
No, man. No.
I also
that's
loved
good.
that it was mature. It was horny. Like I really dug that.
It
yeah.
was. They started this episode off before even the previously on by going, Jen smashes. Hulk,
Yeah.
She-Hulk smashes.
And like I was good to see horny Matt. Like Matt is a great character because he's got the Catholic guilt and he's got the brooding, but he makes horrible decisions because of his Like Elektra is a character
You're gonna
that
get us demonetized with the way you talk, man.
Elektra Nachios is a character that makes Matt promiscuous, and in being promiscuous, he belays some of his own better
I don't know what you're
judgment.
talking about. Just get us
And
demonetized.
henceforth, we are privy to moments of fability
I've lost
and
it.
knowledge. The fallibility of man is shown.
What are you talking
through
about exactly?
when Matt makes mistakes because of his. It's a beautiful thing to behold. His billy club leads him astray. He's the man without fear, and sometimes that puts him in pants that he shouldn't be in.
I mean,
and that's a beautiful
if he
thing
was
about
a
the
real
characters.
Catholic, he would wait till marriage.
If he was a real
which,
Catholic, he would find be a. We should cut that out.
Coy, the whole point of these reviews is that they're relatively uncut, man.
You know what? The thing about the
You're making this
Catholicism
very challenging.
is I'm bothered by
I thought I was stressed out over my beanie, but I didn't realize it was going to be the vulgarity you bring into our discussion.
The devil's really gotten into you today.
Jeez, Coy.
Prepper team, we love
spent
intervention.
hours working on this video.
Just that part.
Just for you
cut
to
that
be like,
part.
can't monetize it, sorry.
Just cutting that part. I tried to use frivolity in my language. I tried to be verbose. You made me bring it back to the D.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's my fault. I take full responsibility.
That's all
for
I
this.
ask.
Yeah, what I think about Daredevil in this particular, I just want to talk about Daredevil. I don't care about anything else. What I think about what I think about what they bought with his character here too is that I liked how he was also empowering for her. It wasn't just like, hey, let's watch them flirt. Like a big part of the attraction was the fact that he seemed to have an understanding for her that she hadn't felt truly seen. And I like the way that was done because he's a blind man and he was the first person to feel like he can actually really see who she truly is as both Jen and both as She-Hulk as well. Right?
That line about with society and legality, genius.
We live in a society.
That's what he said.
do.
With
That's
Todd
a fact.
Phillips.
Todd Phillips.
Friggin' Todd Phillips with his...
Is that his name? Todd Phillips?
Did we just not know this whole time?
He said
His name
Mr.
was-
Phillips and he said Todd. And I was like, Todd Phillips?
I think he's been Todd Phillips this whole
He's
time.
discredited here as Todd.
I think we were revealed
I
that
think
he was.
someone's trying to hope that Todd Phillips just doesn't watch this show and never hears about it.
This is a commentary on the real life director, Todd Phillips, right now.
But I really did like that balance that you're speaking to. Like there has been, the one guy that messed up this way and and to be honest, one of the other things 6 that it did for me is it made me want to like date again. Like it put me in a like.
Jeez, Coy, what exactly did this? This is so
an spring awakening for Coy.
This episode of
This
She-Hulk
rekindled
made me realize
my
I want to date again.
Love
My stone heart melted this day.
I love you so much.
Love
that is,
can happen.
That is so beautiful.
No, but like dating's awful, but they showed that there is point to it. Like there is merit in eventually.
I
like,
love it.
The fun of the walk of shame, the fun of like that fling and that spring and that love and the passion.
Man.
It's beautiful when it happens.
Have you not been dating?
Yeah, but it's not great.
Wow, let's
LA.
unpack that on camera.
Let's do it.
Welcome to our new podcast, Rejects After Dark.
I feel like we've taken this in so
I
many
really-
bad directions. It's only about to get weird.
I really appreciate
I did yell like
This show made me want to date again.
No, but okay, when you
I'm
watch,
going back to church, you guys.
when you watch a rom-com and it makes you inspired, is that not the point? Like when you watch a romantic comedy, you're like, oh, love is real. Like that's the point of
Yeah.
them. This accomplished that while giving us great superheroics. What I said, I stand by as much
That's
as much
amazing.
guff as I'm gonna get. But like, your standard should be high enough that someone should make you feel like Matt and Daredevil made her feel, and that's beautiful.
When you're on your next date,
I'm gonna bring this up
please mention like I wasn't ready to date again.
until She-Hulk episode
Until
8.
She-Hulk episode 8 aired.
Yep.
Could you watch this? I just need you to understand me a little bit better.
If you think that won't be a potential litmus test, I'm like, yo, in Bruges, kiss, kiss,
No,
bang, bang, She-Hulk episode 8. Then we'll talk.
But then when she's
great classic
receptive towards
romances.
that, when she's responds positively
Then she
towards
can
that,
watch A Knight's
then
Tale.
you're like, this is the right date. This is the right girl. It's going to be a positive. As much jokes as I'm making about you,
you still say it.
you also know that I see the sincere
You're
side to this.
romantic.
Yeah, right.
It's important to understand that in
yeah,
someone.
yeah.
And then you watch A Knight's Tale and see who she's
both
most attracted
John and I
to.
are we actually get where you're coming
Yeah,
from.
it's a beautiful thing when a show
funny
can do
as
that.
hell what you're saying. you gotta understand.
It's great
also
comedy,
hilarious what
but
you're
I
saying.
feel you 100%.
Like,
We have steered all over this
I'm
review.
trying to tell you that it's just so silly to say that.
I'm an honest person,
But I
Greg.
get what you're saying, Coy. I do.
The internet clicks on Coy's Comic Corner for his honesty and his lists. Well, we're not making a list today, so here's some comedy and honesty.
She-Hulk episode 8 made me want to date.
Put that.
I
They
can't
need
get
to.
over this sentiment.
That needs to be the pull quote. Call somebody at Disney. You tweet that right now so they can put that on a commercial.
Of a good date.
Look at they're just cute flirting. You're talking about a rom-com, and a rom-com's like they fall in love. You're on a 2-hour journey
We're
with
in
them.
LA,
We're
man.
in a 20-minute span with these guys.
35 minutes. Excuse
Everybody
me.
wants to feel
35
that
minutes
kind of
is
scene.
plenty of time to feel the fluster.
35-minute
the
episode,
butterflies.
20 minutes of screen time with them.
Because
Sorry, John.
no, everybody wants to
butterflies
feel
are important.
that level of scene because in that bar, not only does she feel seen as a person and a professional, but also she's being seen in ways she doesn't even recognize because he knows the true double life.
And he sees
she
something
doesn't
that
know
inspires her, and that inspires her to feel better about what that dynamic is. Like she feels better about the whole thing, and now she'll find a good guy.
Yeah.
And I really thought they did
I don't think she will. I mean, the whole Intelligencia thing happened.
Well, things are not great
I
right
don't know if
now.
she's ever going to date
But she
again.
moved her standards are now higher because she's met a good one.
And they did a really nice. I almost feel awkward now
Watch
just making
Casanova
a regular
also starring
point.
Charlie Cox.
Bring it. Let's do it. Let's get the horniest characters and let's just.
He has
all
literal
praise 'em.
horns.
Oh, good. Oh, Daredevil does.
Yeah. It was also in Casanova, a movie about this very thing, a great rom-com to make you feel like dating again. Check it out, starring Heath Ledger and Charlie Cox.
Oh my! Just getting those fat romantic comedy
What
wrecks.
was your sincere point?
I was going to say, I thought this did a really, really lovely job at orchestrating the sort of interesting trajectory of them at first meeting in court, sparring verbal ideologically, then meet-cuting at the bar. Then we go and they're initially pitted against each other antagonistically in the, bulk of the episode as they're going after Leapfrog, and then taking that theme of, She-Hulk can help when the law can't, when Jen can't help with the law. And I thought they beautifully personified that in their initial conflict and everything surrounding that, and then their eventual team up and the sort of ways in which that continued to comment on things and bring the themes with it, but was also just really gratifying, satisfying, felt like a comic book, felt like a great comic book romance.
Yeah, this episode felt and looked like a comic book. It really,
lot. The background
it really
we kept
felt,
pointing out.
It really looked like an actual comic book come to life. Like it had that vibe. It had that flair, like a solid 30, 40-page comic book panel. And I thought that was great. Like this, we were talking about while we were, I had to load some footage, but as we were talking in between, and one thing I was saying was like, who directed this? Because this was
Cat Quarrel.
This was like the best directed episode of this. It was the best directed one. If even if you remove any rose-colored glasses, any nostalgia,
Murdock's got rose-colored glasses. I see what he did there.
I think the glasses help because people, at least in the production side, because then I think people go, we have Daredevil, we have Charlie Cox. We need to make this good.
We need to make this impactful.
Good.
We need to make people believe in dating.
We need a hallway.
It
You know
had
what?
It
did.
It had an intentional style, and it felt very purposeful. The cinematography, even the shot, the funny shot of Daredevil walking in the frame with his shoes off, the walk of shame they call it, was like, that's a really well composed comedy shot.
And I could see a speech bubble.
Like, 100%. And then at the very end, that foreground She-Hulk shot was terrifying. And then they were able to bring it right from comedy into that in the same episode, which was genius.
Have you guys seen The Rage Carrie 2? Because that's what happened to She-Hulk at the end.
I'm glad you have. It's for the best.
I've seen
everyone loves
the Rage Carrie 2.
I've seen Carrie. I've seen the Carrie remake. I've seen the Rage Carrie 2
in that order.
I've seen the TV remake, and and the Rage
Zac
Carrie
Efron's
2.
Carrie?
Zac Efron?
Oh no, he's in Firestarter. It's a lot like Carrie.
Stephen King. It's all the same.
Red. red in both.
Red, there you go.
To speak to your point, I do think they did maybe one of the best jobs I've ever seen with the heroes have to fight before they team up thing. Yeah. Like that was a really, really well done dynamic in a traditional trope.
I will say I'm hoping for the Daredevil Born Again series that, because honestly, you're saying like the fighting is spectacular. I didn't quite feel the fighting was spectacular. I really remember the fighting of the Netflix show.
I don't think the fighting between Daredevil and the Henchman was as good as the Netflix show, but
That's
do
the part I'm
feel
talking
the
about,
Daredevil She-Hulk fight was spectacular.
Yeah, that was great.
Because they used her powers and his powers in a really cinematic way. But the hallway fight was not the Netflix. I will agree.
Just
there.
the whole fighting in general there was like, yeah, I missed some of that Daredevil choreography.
I can't wait to rewatch all 3 seasons.
I thought they split the difference well because there's a lot of editing and stuff in there, but I thought they gave his movements a very unique flavor, and I thought that they did some nice camera whips and little like motions and things to enhance. But yeah, I just wanted it to breathe a little more.
They have such good chemistry too.
Yeah, they do.
Like their chemistry
Terrific.
is electric.
Makes you want to date again.
It just makes me want to start all over again.
From scratch. Figure it all out.
Tear it down.
We'll no longer be filming in the studio. Things have gone awry.
I have to lose my home.
We'll be filming on the couch tonight.
Episode 8 has ruined Greg's life. Lost his beanie.
Fixed yours and ruined his.
Yeah, just tearing things down.
Damn, man.
He's living the end of the
continues
episode.
as normal.
This whole thing made me I quit YouTube. It just like made me reevaluate everything. This 35 minutes was the most life-changing experience.
Big experience.
I'm just happy to be Pug.
For all of us, yeah.
And I was happy he was in the episode, even though he didn't
Good to
speak.
see him.
But that ending was unsettling. It was very unsettling, and I liked back to the main character at hand, because that's the impressive part. As much as we spent most of the time talking about Daredevil and Koi's having a complete revelation about his entire existence.
Sometimes quarter-life crises happen on camera. Sometimes they gotta happen on camera. That's who I am.
It still felt like he didn't show up to steal the spotlight. Like he steals the spotlight because he's freaking Daredevil. But he still felt like the supporting character of this episode.
And she's so strong that was able to work. And I think it's a testament to how good Tatiana Maslany is.
Absolutely.
That Charlie Cox wasn't stealing.
Yes, and at the end though, like there was a tension and a mystery of like, why is this scene still going on? Like I thought they were just going to end on some funny thing. And then when they got to the gala, and then you see what the Intelligencia is doing, and what she boiled up to, and then hulked out, and the fear that everyone felt around her. I'm like, oh, this is so much going back to the first episode.
Yeah,
with talking with Banner, bro.
I was so
I was like, her name's also Banner. I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah, but yeah, when she has that whole speech, she laments that a lot of people were talking about of that part where people were like, oh, here's where people are gonna get mad at the show, and then I'm like, oh, well, they brought it back here of why she has to always control her anger and stuff. I mean, yeah, she's a Hulk, so it's going to be scarier as opposed to just some woman getting mad. But it kind of goes hand in hand because Hulk is still looked at as a hero, where she just kind of like she's being shamed. She's being shamed like publicly in a very humiliating way, and no one seems concerned about her.
And I was so impressed at how uncomfortable I felt at the actual act. Like that's
a triggering moment.
Right?
That could be a very triggering moment for someone.
I was really affected.
Yeah, no, I mean it's harsh and it's real, and it paints. I think
it made Koi want to date again.
Those last 3 minutes. That's obviously what I was talking about. I
want my dates to be leaked online.
I would like webcam footage.
I think it does a nice job too of using these characters and themes in the heightened world of comics to comment on something real, because in Hulk form they're not going to see a person dismayed by obvious breach of privacy and violation. They're going to see a monster and someone who's insane or whatever, and I feel like oftentimes it's been brought up in this show, and a lot of people have talked about it. It's like women have to often express anger and dismay, frustration, whatever it might be, differently, and manage it more at risk of coming across like a crazy, heartbeat or something like that. And so I feel like in an elevated way, it's like everyone knows, like Jen is always going around as She-Hulk, being normal, not having any sort of rage problem, but everyone's going to forget about that in this instance.
And that's kind of been the theme of the show, right? Like they've done, I think, and it's been, exhausting on the internet, but I think they've done a really incredible job highlighting some of the issues that a lot of dudes don't look at, right? Like they've done a really good job selecting certain things, and I think that even the most, well, maybe not the most, but the most ridiculous dudes that watch this show will still feel uncomfortable at what she's going through at the end. Like, no matter how they feel about all the commentary, I do feel like that's something that even the most misogynistic assholes will agree with.
Yeah. I like that we got a serious fourth wall break.
This episode, I thought
did everything.
I thought they really used
Did everything.
No, the fourth wall across this episode too was like this was like the best, most well-rounded fourth wall episode because like all the asides, whether they light or heavy, were on it.
It was like 3 episodes I was like neutral, and now Greg's like, Koi's back. Just see the glee in his face that I'm like, so, because when I'm in,
If I had my beanie, we'd be on the exact same page right now. All right.
If I had my beanie, makes me want to date again.
All right. I swear to God, if someone actually took my beanie who would come into this home,
who do you know well enough to have in your home that would take your beanie?
It could have been an accident.
Later on tonight, I am going to shut the front door, take the beanie out of my back pocket, laugh to myself,
pull it down.
And then,
Security came up front. Greg sees you pull it down. It's like grainy footage.
I looked through everything I could possibly look through.
Any handymen, plumbers, electricians, who is coming your home?
There's been people coming in, and now I
don't trust them. I don't trust one of them. Any member of the Intelligencia coffee committee?
It's really like it was like everything that beanie built to this moment, and I didn't get to have it.
But we gotta acknowledge the alt beanie is yellow.
It's gold. The costume's gold, not yellow.
And there's a Wolverine on the back of it, and then there was a Wolverine reference in this episode.
Which I did joke about. And it did happen.
It did.
I said Wolverine's going to show up in this episode. X-23 kind of did. She'd be great. Nikki's fantastic.
That's a cosmic Band-Aid for you.
There
right
it is. Little
All
yellow.
right, guys. Look, this episode was great. Leapfrog was fine.
He served his purpose.
He did his thing.
Lily pad. He had good periphery details.
You know what this look had? It had kind of that strike at times, at the nighttime stuff, had like that L.A. noir like cinematography about it at times. There was that
kick-ass meets Drive.
Cool lighting about it that
Drive
this
ass.
show has been missing it. I bet there's people who are not going to like this Daredevil, though.
Guaranteed.
I
guarantee we open Twitter right now.
Because it ain't dark. It's not dark. It's really not.
But they don't read Daredevil comics because he's both things.
Those people never want to date again.
Yeah. Those people never want to date not grumpy Daredevils. Those people are sitting in their basements just ruining the brooding.
It's my favorite thing you've ever said. Just can't get over that. It's just such a good word as a Josh.
It's actually just it's open.
This is what happens when I'm honest, you guys.
It's
It's what happens when I'm honest. It's not going to happen again. Expect some more canned catchphrases.
Always be honest, Coy.
This
That's
is
the
what
whole
happens.
point of it is these things move you, man.
I thought so, but I was judged. I was moved,
come on.
and then I was judged.
You know when the camera's not rolling that I will double down.
I'll be like,
you know when the camera's not rolling.
I'm going to actually make it uncomfortable
so
mean
much
when the
more.
cameras are off.
You expect lots of gifts sent to your phone tonight about like Notebook, but it's Daredevil and She-Hulk.
It's funny, but I will take you seriously.
Sometimes.
You know this. You know I will
I
take
ship
you
She-Devil
serious.
so hard.
She-Devil.
I love him.
She-Devil.
I love him so much.
I love it. Do you really feel like I judged you?
No.
Okay.
But it was fun to. It was fun to come back.
I felt bad. I was like, oh no, did I actually hurt your feelings? I'm sorry.
Oh, now Coy doesn't want to date ever.
Nope, that's
I
it.
will make fun of people until
I hurt them.
until they're hurt. Then I'm like, oh shit, it got
I
too
feel
far.
immediately
until
I
we
did
lose
not
the
know.
line.
So you got to find that line. Well, I won't be dating Greg again.
Yeah, Jesus. Let's do a patron of the day shout out. John, you take it away. You wanted to shout out Chris Whamoff.
Chris Whamoff, because
Get the 2-hour mark.
obviously
Whamoff.
you would be the guy who would be the Matt Murdock of this channel. You're a do-gooder. You got that almost religious level of a moral compass in you. But I know you got a dark side, man, all right? I know you want to date again after watching this episode. So why don't you come out here and we can go out, Chris? Let's do it. You and me just kicking ass and and taking dates out on the city.
And because this episode, Matt Murdock got his wham off.
Yes, he did. How many times has your name been used that way, Chris? We're here to make you uncomfortable now with jokes that you can't tell are jokes.
First name's almost Christ, last name's wham off. Matt Murdock.
Yeah, you're the perfect guy. Jesus saves, and so does Chris Whamoff. And hey, man, you've been with us for a long time, so seriously, thank you for sticking, and we'll catch you next month. Love you very much.
He giveth and he cometh away.
Daredevil says stuff sticking in the
That's
sheets.
Spider-Man.
No, but you know.
He's going to be the weirdest at it. What's this review?
Please don't get edited. What you say is gospel
That's
now.
That's the problem.
It's written in YouTube stone.
Due to pure laziness, it's gospel.
And it's
Dude,
dedicated
I don't
to
wanna
Chris.
go. I don't want to go in there and cut it.
That's that. You guys got it live.
All right, we're done.
That's it. See you next week.
We're back.